How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Jordan Sartor and The Possessed. You can say their names and what they do in the band.
Do I go first? Who's going first?
I guess you go first.
I don't want. Fuck. All right.
You go
I'm
first.
Jordan. I do vocals and write songs and shit. Yeah.
I'm Brad and I play drums.
Say that again.
I'm Brad and I play.
I'm Brett, and I play guitar and backup vocals.
There we go. Well, awesome. Thank you guys for coming on. Jordan, again, salutes to you for hitting me up. But I've had Jordan on before. Obviously, there's more faces here, which is very cool. Always love to see that. I think Jordan, the last time we talked, it was just a solo project, and now you have a bunch of new members in the band. How did you kind of transition from having, going from just doing the solo project to obviously having the Possessed and, the whole naming convention? I want to kind of know what was your thought process behind kind of rebranding, I guess.
Well, having band members was already the plan as it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the deeper I got along with it, just having my name, I guess, if we were to be in a show scenario, it'd be a little weird. So I figured do whatever Joe Jett did and just add an and whatever it's gonna be, while still trying to maintain my name in it somewhere, somehow, some way. Because we did talk about how I kind of still wanted to kind of make it known that the music was primarily, for the most part, me, but at the same time having a unit with me as well. This is my squad. You feel me?
I got you. Absolute unit here. That is what Jordan Sartor and the Possessed are. They're just an absolute unit. So to me, that was really cool. And I think the way you went about it certainly was a smart move from, in terms of bands and having them on and from bands going from maybe a solo project to having, a full-fledged band. I think you guys went about it really cool. And obviously announced new music coming out very soon. So also very excited. We'll get into that a little bit more. But how did you come across getting both all of the band members? Because obviously I have Brett and Brad, but there's another member here that we'll roast in the comments, guys. No, I'm kidding, don't do it. But how did you wind up finding Brett and Brad in the band, and obviously just your collective?
We'll actually start with the one that's not here. Kind of where it started.
Damn. So not Jake, even here.
Jake, fuck you. Should have been here, but you're not. Oh well. It is what it is. No, so Jake and I were living together in college at some point.
Okay.
And I had this whole vision when I was writing these songs. This was before they even were out and stuff, where I had big plans to go to some big ass studio. But I was a broke college kid, so I'm just oh God, that's not happening anytime soon. But I still wanted him to be a live guitar player at some point, because at that point in time, we were hanging out a lot. And one day I'm walking, I walked back from a class, and I hear something high quality production in his room. I'm like, oh, what song is this? And it's his production. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, you want to do this with me? He's like, yeah. I'm pretty sure I explained that to you before.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But obviously wanting more members, immediately, the first person I thought of besides, Jake was Brett. Because Brett and I also, at some point in time, lived in a college dorm together. We were in...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were in, this, band. That was between, the four of us, roommates. We played one show, one song ever. It never played again.
Our one-hit wonder that was never recorded.
I know, right?
Damn.
But every time I always seen him learning songs. He's a very fast learner when it comes to guitar. So I'm just shit. I'm I definitely want him to be a part of this. Brad, on the other hand, completely different story. I think we have a mutual friend. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you're still friends. We have a mutual friend. I think he originally asked me to be in his band. Is that the same band that you're in right now, Brad?
Well, no, my college roommate Logan. I don't remember what we were doing. We were in our dorm room, showing me some of, I think some of your songs or something, some of your older songs. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, this is too good to not be a part of. And that was 4 years ago, I think. And that's when I reached out to Jordan and started talking about it. I sent him a video, like me playing to one of the songs. He's like, all right, yeah, fuck it, let's do this.
That's another thing. Like, I sent him the song. I'm like, it's probably gonna take him like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month, because I programmed it. I didn't even know what I made on drums. Dude, there's this song in like under a day. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah,
I'm like, where has
took off?
Yeah, I'm like, where is this dude?
Yeah, it's like,
But
it's
no,
from that point on, and then like fast forward to now, we're finally putting things in the works. It's been a long wait, long process.
Yeah,
but, it's nice to get the moving.
Yeah, I think that's what it feels like. And like I said, when I had Jordan on originally, I know he was in the process of like finding members and trying to like, obviously get that all rocking together. And I'm glad that, it wind up turning out the way it did. And I'm glad that he is able to have members. So, I can eventually see him live because I'm much closer to Jordan now than I was before when I interviewed him last time. So, in terms of location, so we'll talk after this, Jordan. But
where you at?
Listen. I'm not trying to dox myself here, so I'll
we already
leave that out. But yeah, I think for me, I've always really dug what you've done, and to again have a band that I feel like represents what you guys are doing is just really sick. So kudos to just getting good members, and obviously I think the moral of the story is you're gonna find people in college that play instruments now, so that's like realistically who goes there for school. It's just about making music. Listen, it's not shitting on college, but I mean I feel like
I
am.
Respect. Yeah, let's go. There we go. Well, guys, you make your own decisions. I'm not gonna. If you go to college, that's your thing. But anyway, you have a new album that's gonna be dropped very soon. It looks to be January 7th of next year, so a couple months from now. I see some very cool names on here. You got Taylor Barber of Left to Suffer and Mike Terry of Volumes as features on the album. And as well as just 10 tracks that I'm very excited to get into and listen to. I guess, how did you guys wind up finding both Taylor and Mike to be on the album? I feel like that's, at least for me, that was what caught my eye. I was like, oh shit, they've got some really sick features on this album. So, how did those kind of come to be, and how was that process working with both Taylor and Mike?
Who should I start with? Because they're both long stories.
Start with Taylor. He's on Alpha, which is
okay. He's actually the shortest. So I had a song, Alpha. It was supposed to have a rapper, and then that rapper flaked. Then I was supposed to get another rapper. That rapper flaked as well. And Taylor Barber was someone that was constantly, and I mean constantly, hitting me up for features, which I would have been 100% down. But at the time, I was just like, I have nothing for you. But then once that whole shit popped off, I was like, all right, you got me. And I gave him something a little different. Like, he's singing on that near the end of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, like, I know he's used to doing that, like, guttural stuff, but I was like, I don't want you to do that this time. I just want you to, like, just vibe out. And he did just that and more, so I was actually pretty impressed. And Mike Terry, that was a freaking dream come true, let me tell you. I met him at 2017 show they had with Issues, and then hit him up, I think, a year later, because I had a song, Ina Chiquilla, that used to be my old band's song or whatever, and I had all these people lined up to be featured on it, and then none of them would pull through. And I said, let me hit up Mike Terry, just see what happens. Dude responds within a day. And
shouts to Mike, man. You guys, that's super sick. And, also I think it's just like a lot of kudos to what Volumes is doing now too. I loved Happier. I thought that was a fantastic album. So cool to see Mike on a different track here. And obviously, again, very excited to get into the album. It's called Coma. So guys, you can check the links below. Go pre-order it or pre-save it, however you want to. Just definitely go listen to it when it comes out in January. Very excited about it.
Let it be known that Mike Terry's vocals are like so hard to.
I can imagine he's got quite a range. So
I I don't know what it is. Like, he has a very distinct style or whatever. So like I did whatever I had to do with it, like on my end. Send it to Jake. He's like, I still got to do more. And
Whew.
like, I don't know. He has a lot of undertones to him.
He's got a lot of
You know what I
like
mean?
depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the soul. So I like that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
And I think for me, like your voice mixed with Mike Terry's is gonna be so cool. So I'm gonna have to be keeping an eye on that one. But
I mean, it's already out, so you can just do it now.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna savor it. You know, I wanna be able to
okay.
experience it within the album. You know, I'm very much
True.
a stickler for that. You know, but in regards to Coma, you know, I'm sure you're very excited to release it. Is there any song in particular that you guys are excited for people to listen to that you're just fucking hyped to drop?
We'll go one by one since they hear the whole thing.
Well, one of my favorites off of it is definitely War, which Jordan's going to hate me for saying that. But I really like the song. It's just the hardest part's going to be, I think, figuring out how to do it live. But that's definitely one of the sickest ones on the album, in my opinion.
Brad took mine.
Really?
I don't know. I just really like War.
I was going to choke both of you out if you said Scream.
Or Coma. I really like Coma too.
Ooh, all right.
I think Coma's like my third favorite. It's 6/18/18. That's like the big finale. It like, I don't know. It's like a musical roller coaster.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it's a combination of your like octane butt rock and then just some heavy ass ending, pretty much. I don't know.
That's probably a pretty good descriptor of. I'm gonna have to come back to this interview and then listen to 6/18/18 and be like,
Clip it.
is Jordan right? Like, I need to know. So I'm gonna have to find out. Well, I know you would know, but I have to listen to it. So then I'll come to that conclusion.
Like, oh, yeah.
You know. But I need Brad to expand upon why he thought Jordan was just gonna hate him for saying War.
Well, this is what I already had talked to Jolie about the song, like how it was one of my favorites, and he's like, well, that sucks because it's going to be really hard to figure out how to play it live. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's our biggest obstacle with it, but it's just such a great song, just a lot of cool stuff going on, cool effects, and it's just something you can really vibe with. I think that's just why I like it so much. You know, I probably speak for Brett on that one too, but yeah, it's just such a good song, Jordan. It's a great song.
All right, I'll do what I can. See, here's my beef with it. I wrote the freaking lyrics, and I don't even know what the damn song's about, really.
You get that?
What? Like, I kind of just wrote it one line at a time, and kind of just, just went with it. And
All right.
Plus, there's just so many effects that we'll need. Like, we need like a vocoder. There's gonna be some stuff like that.
You could do it. I got belief. I think it'll come out soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send one up. Let's go. I'm waiting for it. But yeah, very excited. I think for me, I'm gonna have to just listen to it when it drops. Obviously, I'll be doing some sort of review of it. So keep your eyes peeled. Probably on release day. So unless Jordan wants me to release one earlier, then I'll do it. But very excited.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. We got it. In regards to Coma, what song saw the most changes from what wind up ending up on the record? Like, is there any song in particular that in demo stages, like pre-pro, that was like, I don't know, and then wind up changing a ton, or maybe changing a little bit on the album?
In terms of just added like parts, I could give Jake credit for that because he wrote a lot of synth and like atmospherical sounds and like
okay.
I guess the first track and maybe like the interlude as well. But in terms of a song that changed the most, I gotta think about this real hard. Oh, you know what's crazy? Scream.
Ooh, okay.
A lot of lyric changes, a lot of part changes. It's like a little longer than it was supposed to be.
Was it supposed to be kind of like more of a shorter song, like kind of more just straight to the point kind of a thing, or did you guys?
It's just like extended like ever so slightly.
Okay.
I don't know, like 20 seconds.
There we go. Well,
but I think the 6th track, Fine, that was last minute. That's the
Oh,
only change. Yeah, that
Hmm.
that was the very last minute.
there we go. Well, guys, again, keep your eyes peeled. It's coming out in January, so very excited about that. In regards to, I guess more specifically for both Brett and Brad, who initially got you started out on your respective instruments, and who influences you kind of more currently now?
Stereotypical question.
You can go
Yeah.
first, Brad.
All right. So, well, I don't even know honestly to drums. I really don't. I tried guitar like a few years before getting into drums, and that just did not work for me. And I don't know. It was around Christmas time, and I heard two songs that like inspired me to want to pick up drumsticks. And these two songs had zero correlation to each other, but they were Controlled by Puddle of Mud and Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. And for some reason, those songs made me want to pick up the sticks and just learn drums. And that Christmas, it was 2014, I got my first drum set, and I just took it and ran with it. Never had a lesson once. Completely self-taught, and it's just, I don't know. I love playing drums. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know why I ever picked up the sticks other than those two songs right there. I had no other real reason to. So yeah,
Wait, you said you're self-taught?
yeah.
I don't believe you.
God, I've never had any sort of lesson.
That's
What?
actually crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
No, because here's the thing, which I guess we're about to allude to it eventually after Brett explains this thing. During like a certain shoot that we had, this dude came so like prepared, like had all these freaking cases, had a mat with all the tracings of where each like drum and like stand goes. This dude's classically trained. Not. This is fun. I was looking. I'm like, this guy box. This is crazy.
Hell yeah. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I kind of got started just listening to a lot of Rage Against the Machine as well. And Tom Morello was like one of my favorite guitarists, as well as different genre, but as well as Jason Richardson from Born of Osiris. Like those are my favorite guitarists. And I had like an old guitar in my basement. We like fixed it up, and then I just started taking lessons. And then mainly now it's still Jason Richardson. Like he's just insane, just crazy.
There we go. Awesome. Obviously, Jason Richardson, fantastic guitar player. If you haven't checked out any of their stuff and you've been living under a rock for some reason, go check out his entire musical catalog. He's an insane guitar player. But the next question I have, what were you gonna say?
It's almost I was gonna say he's like too good. It's almost annoying.
Yeah, I think
I know you can play that fast. I get it.
anytime I see a Jason Richardson guitar video on my like Facebook timeline, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna click on it, and then I click on it, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go sell all of my musical equipment and never become a
That's how
musician again.
I feel that way watching Jason Richardson and Luke Collins, like their combination.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
My head explodes every time I listen or see them play anything together. It's
That's how I feel about Lars Ulrich from Metallica.
Ooh.
Saint Anger.
No. We don't talk about that album.
What album? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
It's okay. We don't need to talk about it.
Exactly.
You were saying, Brandon?
No, I was gonna say that I feel like anytime I see again like what Brad said about like Luke Holland and Jason Richardson, I literally just look at my instruments and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna sell them, and that's why I got into band interviewing, because I know I don't have enough chops to actually play instruments, so I just
Shit, that got dark.
goodbye. It's all out. No, I'm just kidding. But it does make me sad though. So shouts to Jason Richardson and Luke Holland. They're awesome. The next question I have for you guys is, what are you guys currently listening to? What's on the Spotify? What have you guys been listening to lately?
Oh God, I gotta look.
It's such a
I've been
mixed
listening
bag
to a
of
lot.
songs.
I've actually been straying away from metal a little bit.
All right.
I've been randomly, the house like freaking EDM like songs that got the deep ass voice. I've been listening to that shit.
Like what? I need to know. Jordan.
Like Look, do you know who Good Boys are?
I do not.
I don't know how to describe. I don't know. There's these freaking like electric dance music songs where they have like these singers and their voices are deep as hell, and I'm just like, that sounds sick. So I guess during my vocal practice time, I've been trying to like sound like that a little bit sometimes. Turns out they're freaking editing their voices to make it sound that girthy. I'm like, it's a waste of time. But I've been able to find a way to sound like that naturally. So.
There we go.
But that and the new Varials, I love new.
Oh, okay.
I think there was something else. Bill Giarda.
Ooh.
No question.
Whew.
And there's one more. Oh, Sleep Token.
Oh,
I think I'm wrong.
I'm
yeah,
like
it's
all
pretty
over
much
the
it.
place and what I listen to. I swear, like one song it's like Eminem, Dr. Dre, and then in another song it's like Recreate by Chelsea Grin. And you can hate me for this, but it'll go to like Nickelback and then back to something else. But it's just such a mixed bag. But I like listening to pretty much anything and everything, and because you'd be surprised what songs will inspire you to incorporate into your own musical creation. Maybe not Nickelback. I didn't mean Nickelback, but yeah, just I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff like Ben Sevenfold, Chelsea Grin, 90s hip hop, stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Just if it comes on, I'm listening to it.
nice. I like that. I like that approach, Brad. Brett, what do you got for us?
I'm as well as Brad. I'm pretty much all over the place. But recently it's been like Enterprise Earth, Traders I like a lot.
Yeah.
But then I'll go to like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This band called Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. They're really good.
Time out.
Wait,
Psychedelic Porn Crumpets.
Wait,
let me bookmark
did you say
that real
porn
quick.
crumpets? Or...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a Spotify?
Yeah, they do. They're awesome. They're
I'm gonna
so
introduce
good.
them to my grandma.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw
look at
them. I saw them in Philly the one time, and they were amazing. I think they have 2 drummers, I believe. But
That was a
they're
missed
crazy.
opportunity, Jordan. You could have named your band, Jordan Sartor and the Porn Crumpets.
Yeah.
I know, but someone took it. I didn't think that far ahead. This is a real band. Are you shitting me?
I
Are you
told
fucking
you.
shitting me?
I'll
so
throw
good.
it up on the screen, guys. It will be in
Their number one song is like almost 9 minutes long.
Oh my god.
Stupid.
This is the
That's like
timeline
Between the
we're
Bear to
on.
me.
I can't believe it. How do you have I just want to know how they came up with that name. That's like the most insane
They're
shit.
They
They're
had
Australian.
some psychedelics, were watching porn, and eating crumpets.
There you go.
Checks.
It's that
It
easy.
checks,
There's
guys.
gotta be a deeper meaning. They're like, oh, we don't do drugs. Sorry.
We need answers.
I met the singer, and he's just like this like laid back, cool Australian dude.
Oh, they're Australian?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That checks. That checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't even know what to say anymore. I can't even follow that up. That's just such a strange name that I really was trying to go somewhere with it, but I have nowhere to go. So we're going to move it on to the next question, guys, which is one I've been asking recently, and I actually got asked this myself in a previous episode, so I feel like I have to ask you guys. With the resurgence of bands that have broken up and have gotten back together recently, is there any bands you can think of that you would love for them to like reunite and release a record or something?
Well, who
I
got
want
back together
Nickelback to
recently?
break up.
There's been I think there's been a lot. I don't know, like Paramore's back now after taking a hiatus. Like,
I'm sorry, I never cared for Paramore.
oh, yikes.
Flyleaf is back. Never cared
Flyleaf's
about them
back.
either.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're back.
Dance Gavin
Controversial.
Dance is technically back, but that's a different story.
That's-
They probably just shouldn't be a band anymore.
We're gonna not delve into that one.
Yes.
There's been
Or
a couple different bands, but in regards to your guys' picks, are there any bands you would like to
Oh, okay.
resurge?
Well, that's a good question.
I'm blanking on this one.
Yeah. Maybe there's a band called The Air I Breathe.
Ooh,
They were really
yeah.
good. They were a
They're
good
back.
metalcore band. They're back? Well,
I
never
believe
mind.
so. Yeah, I think Jordan is correct. Yeah,
Well, never
they've been
mind
very
then.
they've been very quiet though, so I don't know what they're doing, but I think
Cool.
Last
something's gonna.
Cloud.
Oh, yes. All right, Jordan. Kudos. Love that pick. I feel like I gotta bully Brad into picking an answer. So Brad.
See, I don't really have one like because of like band that like just broke up like for their mutual differences or whatever. The only one that I could say that I really missed, but not because of those reasons, is Linkin Park.
Oh,
They were one of my
yeah.
biggest influences, and obviously what happened with Chester was extremely sad. But yeah, if there was one band that could ever come back and keep doing amazing things, it would be Linkin.
Nice. I would have to agree as well. That's like a childhood, like early teens, like kind of band I grew up listening to as well. So I feel like for me it would be a cool pick because I don't think I ever was able to see Linkin Park with Chester, unfortunately. So I feel like that one would be a very cool one to hopefully relive. But I mean, obviously that can't happen. But who knows? But guys,
I
let's.
was very late to the Linkin Park game. Like I only discovered them because of Transformers, and then someone was like, they're heavier than this, right? I'm like, no, they're not. And then showed me Hybrid Theory. I was like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, like Meteora, Hybrid Theory. Oh,
This shit's hard.
goated records. I love them. They're ones that I could put on and just like. I feel like those two albums were way before their time. They're like classic
Oh, yeah.
albums that I feel like if you put them on now, like bands would be like they would have been a immensely popular band. Not that they weren't already, but I feel like they'd be even more so. So yeah, Linkin Park.
I don't think my musical taste was there. I guess when they were in that little era of theirs, I was like, I don't know. I was into like hip hop and shit.
I got you.
Oh, I actually do have another answer though.
Oh, all right, Brad,
actually
let's
do.
go.
One just came to my head. 3 Days Grace.
They can stay broken up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
No.
Actually, wait. I take that back. With their original vocalist.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. They were on the same page. Shit, not that.
Jordan really jumped the gun on that one. He was like, nah.
Adam made the band what it is, honestly. Like, listening to them now, like, yeah, they're good, but they're not, like, what they used to be.
I feel. Yeah. That's a great choice. I do like OG 3 Days Grace. Classic.
I used to hate them badly. Like, my sister would always listen to them, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And this is, like, when I was way younger, and, like, all I would listen to was, like, rap music, and then, like, I just had a sudden change of heart. Like, I was listening to everything, like, rock, metal, anything, you name it, I was listening to it, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, 3 Days Grace, they fuck.
Ooh, I thought of another one. It's my last one. I got
all right.
Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh yeah.
They will, but they made it clear
sure.
that they're never coming back, unfortunately.
Oh man, I hate that. Like I want them to come back so bad.
I thought for sure I saw something about them possibly doing something. I don't know.
The guitarist shut it down completely. He was like,
Oh no, that's who I thought I saw it from because they were initially like hinting at it. Oh, damn,
that sucks.
That hurts.
See
We
that
got the glimmer of light, and then they were like, "Nope, we're not doing it." I mean, like, I don't know. I also like Car Bomb a lot too, so I feel like they're just nuts.
They're different. You can't put them in the same category.
I know I can't put them in the same category because like Dillinger's like god tier, but like I don't know, Car Bomb's great too. So I feel like
Dillinger's like, we're gonna break our instruments as much as we can, and Car Bomb's like, you can't put words to it. Like I don't know. It sounds like a bad acid trip, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can see where you're coming from, Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. The next question I have for you guys is obviously, again, we did talk about the new album Coma coming out. What are some of the? I guess this is more so for Jordan, but like lyrically, what are we delving into in regards to this album? Like, what were kind of the lyrical process that you were trying to go through with this record?
Well, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible because it's the whole thing. But Coma stands for Collection of My Angst. It's a double meaning. The acronym and just also represents, that's why there's 2 Coma tracks in the album. It also represents my absence from music because I haven't really been doing that much lately, and it's been hurting me like mentally, physically a little bit. But that first track is me finally waking up and
Oh wow. Okay.
putting music out. But yeah, just every different song is like a different form of some angsty feeling that I'm like. It's pretty like they're all about different things, but it's pretty straightforward. That's all revolving around the same thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to listen to all of it again. I feel like I'm the type of person that listens to albums from front to back. That makes me sound old as fuck, and I don't really care because I feel like albums. There's an intention to putting an album together and how the tracks are arranged within an album. So I feel like for myself, like I always take a lot of care when I listen to albums because I want to make sure that I'm getting the full experience. Because like singles are great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you don't
How old are
always
you?
get. I'm gonna be 30 next year, so I feel like for me,
Oh shit!
yeah, I know I don't look 30, but
You do not know. I thought you were being like, oh, I'm like 25. I'm like,
but I feel like for
that's
me,
crazy.
I feel like for me, it's always been about listening to the collective thoughts of whatever album I'm listening to, And so
Yeah.
when I get into an album, I want to make sure I'm very much immersed in what's going on and, the emotions, the feelings. So when I do album reviews, I want to make sure I'm listening to front to back because you could listen to a single, you can get the enjoyment out of the single, but you're really not going to get the full experience unless you're listening to an album. So, guys, go check out the new album. It's going to be dropping on, the date, 1/7 of next year in 2023. So go peep it. But the last thing, guys, what do you want people to take away from Jordan Sartor and The Possessed, whether it be from the musical perspective or just your band collectively? What do you want people to know about what you guys do?
All three of us can answer that. I don't know. Someone go first. I want to go.
You don't want to go first, you said?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the biggest takeaway, and Jordan's gonna kill me, is that "War" is the best song on the album.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I kid. But it's just it's a lot of good tracks. There's something for everybody on it. Depending what mood you're in, what you want to hear. But basically it fucks, and Jordan's extremely talented musician, and we're all stoked to be a part of it. So it's gonna go hard.
Yeah, we just want to make we just want to make good music that everyone can have fun to, and if it helps some people, then awesome.
Well, basically, like, I want you to feel my pain and the pain in my heart. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, like, my music's not made for, like, people. Like, I'm not making music for people to, like, get through tough times, but if it gets you through tough times, that's a plus for me. And also, like Brad said, like, to reiterate what he said, there is a little bit of everything for somebody, and that's something that I'd want in an album, so therefore why I should just put it in my own. And also, this is coming out, like, early, mid-December, you said?
Yeah, so actually I can give you the actual date of when it's gonna drop here.
Yeah, so we will have a music video out on the same day as the album release.
Oh,
that we all
yeah.
did together.
Very cool. How is that experience of, because had you guys met prior to that point of the music video shoot?
None of us met Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't know
Like,
that at all.
like Jake, Brett, and I already knew each other. We went to the same college and stuff.
Yeah. The night before the video was when I finally met Jordan. Like, I was trying to find his apartment, which is like the hardest part. But like, I go in, still on the couch. I'm like, hey man, it's been 4 years.
I just like how you just hit him with a "What's up, yo? What's going on, man? I'm from the internet."
Oh yeah, we just sat on the couch, we talked for a bit, and then we watched some different music videos. Eskimo Cowboy, Hypa Hypa, great song. Check it out.
That's a good song.
But yeah, no, we were just vibing that night. Jordan was so excited that he didn't probably go to bed till like 2 a.m, and we had to leave at 6. But yeah, the music video was crazy. Like where we recorded it at, and like the hike there, we were like hiking with all our equipment for, all in all, probably close to like 3 miles, I'd say. Maybe more, maybe less. But yeah, like all the drums, all the camera and the lights, like it was crazy. And then we filmed in this this bunker with that had a big ass wolf spider in there, and that was terrifying. He didn't even move the whole time. But yeah,
He's vibing out.
It was quite a physical process, like so exhausting, but it's gonna be well worth it. The video it's gonna turn out really great, so I'm excited.
Who shot the music video? I'll give him a shout.
I'm pretty sure you know him, Eric Taylor Parker.
Woo, Eric!
Yeah, you do know him.
My guy.
And he took our photo. He took my photos that I used to have. Like, the guy rules. The guy fucks.
He fucks hard.
We fucks with Eric hard here, you know. So big shouts to Eric. But listen, you guys are absolutely killing it. I'm very excited for Jordan Sartor and The Possessed, which is the perfect segue into the last thing, guys. Tell them where they can find you at on social media, what you guys have coming up in the future, and anything else you would like to plug or talk about.
Oh shit, that's a deep question.
I didn't study.
We all would.
So find us on Facebook, Instagram, my personal TikTok if you want to. Don't follow my personal. Spotify, Apple Music, all of that jazz. And I guess starting 2023, we'll be actually practicing for real as a band and getting ready for shows. Hopefully, I want to say spring, because from my experience playing shows in the winter, they always get fucking canceled. But you never know with global warming, so maybe we'll actually be able to play something in like February.
Be playing on islands soon. Get ready.
I guess the first couple of months of this year will be us focusing on getting pretty much. That way we can be show ready. Because
I'm getting equipment.
Yeah, Brett
expenses
was almost not in the band because he was actually going to college in Tennessee.
Yeah, I was in Nashville for a bit.
Yeah, I had your place on hold, but every time, because I wasn't sure like what your situation was, but every time I tried to like find like a backup or something like that, it always felt so. And I'm just like, I hope a miracle happens and his ass moves back to Pennsylvania, and he did. So there you go.
We love it. Well, guys, just check the links in the description for Jordan Sartor and The Possessed. The new album, Coma, comes out on January 7th of 2023. Listen, you got to start your new year off right with this new fucking album. So go check the links below, pre-save it, do all the shit. It'll all be there. And if you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It will also be on audio form. So if you don't want to see us on the screen, which again I'll be very upset because all of these guys are way hotter than I am, so please, it would upset me greatly if you didn't watch us, but you know, listen, if you're in the car and you want to listen to some dumb shit, then it will be in audio format as well on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. So
this dude's been checking us out the entire time.
You're right 100%. That's the fatal flaw of this interview.
Look,
you know,
man, I like you, just not that way.
Well, anyway, guys, please go subscribe, and I'll also leave all of their social media in the description. So please go check out Jordan Sartor and The Possessed, and also thanks to the guys for coming on, chatting with me, talking the shit, doing whatever.
Yeah, fuck Jake for missing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.